Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now, presented by Tennis Express. Tennis Express, ordered today and it ships today. A bombshell ruling has altered the 2020 Olympic Games as Russia is hit with a 4-year ban, accused of running a state-sponsored doping program and for trying to cover it up. So, Russia is banned from the Tokyo Olympics. The Executive Committee for the World Anti-Doping Agency unanimously approved the ban following multiple violations. WADA says Russia's anti-doping agency was non-compliant, that it manipulated lab data before submitting it to investigators back in January. Now, that ruling came after something called the McLaren Report accused Russia of running a state-sponsored doping program from 2011 to 2015. The report made claims of urine swapping to provide athletes with clean samples at the Russian-hosted Sochi Winter Games. Now, here's what the ruling means for Russia going forward. For the next 4 years, Russia is banned from Winter and Summer Olympics, from Paralympics and Youth Olympics. Russian officials are banned from sitting on committees or boards for global sporting events during that time. The Russian flag will not be flown, nor will its anthem be played at Olympic events. Officials from the Russian Olympic Committee and the Russian Paralympic Committee are barred from participating or attending any major event staged during the 4-year ban. The Russian anti-doping agency now has to repay all of WADA's costs incurred during the investigation dating back to last January, as well as a $100,000 fine or 10% of its 2019 income, whichever of those numbers is lower. Now, however, this ruling does not affect Russian tennis players. They can compete in Tokyo under a neutral flag, but there are a few conditions. First of all, those players have to demonstrate that they are not implicated in any of the Russian doping program. They also have to prove they're not incriminated in the McLaren reports, citing doping violations. No positive doping tests nor any evidence of manipulated samples from them can be in the WADA database, and they have to pass adequate in-competition and out-of-competition drug testing prior to the Olympic Games. Now, WADA President Sir Craig Reedy said that the strong decision shows WADA's determination to act resolutely in the face of the Russian doping crisis while protecting the rights of Russian athletes who can prove they were not involved and did not benefit from these fraudulent acts. Now, some people, though, say the sanctions are not enough, given years of doping crimes against the sport by Russia. The chief executive of the U.S. anti-doping agency, Travis Tygart, says that WADA should have issued a blanket ban to Russia, and not doing so is devastating to all clean athletes. We'll have to wait and see which players pass muster as we approach the Olympics, but over the years, Russia has made its mark on Olympic tennis. Think back to Rio in 2016. Ekaterina Makarova and Elena Vesnina captured the doubles gold medal there. Maria Sharapova was the silver winner at the 2012 London Games. Russia ruled the podium at the 2008 Beijing Games, with Elena Dementsieva winning the gold, Dinara Safina striking silver, and Vera Zvonareva taking the bronze medal. That came 8 years after Yevgeny Kafelnikov won the men's gold medal at the Sydney Games. Maria Sharapova, you'll remember, has carried the Russian flag twice. And Maria herself tested positive for the banned substance called meldonium, and she served a 15-month ban. And back in 2016, a Russian cyber espionage group hacked the World Anti-Doping Agency's database and posted medical data for Rafa Nadal, Serena and Venus Williams, and other prominent athletes. WADA said then the hacks were Russian retaliation for the release of that McLaren report, which exposed the state-supported doping program. The Russian Olympic Committee calls the sanctions inadequate, illogical, and excessive, and vows that Russia is going to do everything in its power to enable Russian athletes to compete under their flag at the 2020 Games. In a Netflix documentary called Icarus, one former Russian official called the program one of the most elaborate doping ploys in sports history. As we tape today's news, Russia was given 21 days to file an appeal of the ban with the Court of Arbitration for Sport, so we'll keep you posted on the official Russian response and any further developments on this story. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Grace Carter. See you next time here on Tennis Now.